People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds call it news with a buzz. This one is called Political Mix-Up, Political Hypocrisy. Isn't it very strange how these people are ethical and morally correct by convenience? Whenever it works for them, they know no sorts of morality. Whenever it is the next party, meaning JLP versus PNP, PNP versus JLP, vice versa, them always see something wrong. Them always find or put things into context. Out of context, sorry. That is because, like them say, thief no likes a thief with long bag. The kettle I call the pot black, pretty much. I am speaking about a video that is making its round on social media, where there was some sorts of conference, political party or something for the PNP. A man known as Big Stone, a social media personality. He went there, apparently he was backstage with some sorts of shackles and chain, some sorts of padlock around his neck. And he said that it symbolizes the bondage that people in Jamaica have been under since the HOLNESS-led JLP government. Apparently, one of the top PNP people saw him and thought that it was appropriate for the conference. So therefore, they brought him on stage and he was showing off his shackle and his chain around his neck. And them asked him, what does this symbolize, signify? And he explained, that is the pressure that poor people been under since HOLNESS has been the PM of Jamaica. I guess a part of it was for the leader of the PNP opposition, Mark Golding, to come with the key that he gave him and unlock that padlock around the chain around his neck and free him up from the bondage in which he was under. Of course, you know, whenever these leaders do anything, whether it is wrong or right, them wrong and them followers strong. Not saying that he did anything wrong in this circumstance. However, him will get the cheer, him will get the big up, him will get the 21 GUN salutes. Not directly, but you get my points. So anyways, since that video and that event or incident, it seems as if the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, has been getting a whole bunch of backlash, especially from, you know who, the JLP. One such person is Babsy Grange. Babsy Grange claims that it signifies she felt a way. She felt as if she had some sort of flashback of her ancestors from back in the days of Slavery. She felt as if Jamaica stepped back at least 100 or 400 years. She felt insulted as if Mark Golding was dissing BLACK people. Mark Golding signifies some sorts of plantation owner from back in the days. Now people, when we think about the source of that information and the type of character and the type of stuff, this lady's name has been called up on our whip. The characters, meaning a whole bunch of Don, a whole bunch of gunmen from all over Jamaica. I do not think that she was one of the person that should talk because, like me say, thief no likes a thief with long bag. I do not think that the fact that the JLP government name a call upon so much corruption, SSL, Petrojam, to name a few, I don't think that they have any sorts of moral compass to be even criticizing anybody, especially when this was taken out of context. And why I say it was taken out of context, if it is true that the man himself, Big Stone, had the bright idea to go there at the conference, went backstage with the padlock round his neck. And this was not any sort of plan or plot that was schemed up by the PNP leader, Mark Golden. He just ran with it. He was just spontaneous. I do not think his intention was to dix BLACK people in Jamaica, which I am, and I did not feel any sort of way when I saw it. I thought that it was funny, and if people in a democratic society feel as if the present government is not doing what they are supposed to do, and they feel as if they are corrupt, and they feel as if their life has gotten worse since that government, these people or that person has the right to say so, even if it is in some sort of comical way. So therefore, the JLP now is going to take out of context conveniently. And people, this is my disclaimer. I am neither JLP or PNP. I have told you people several times, I would rather vote for a random goat, a random sheep, a random chicken before me vote for any of these parties. And I understand it is going to sound a little bit ignorant, because if you don't vote, you cannot make any sorts of changes. However, I am not going to have a girlfriend and go pick up one which me know is a WHORE or a SLUT, just to say me have a girlfriend or wife. So therefore, if I don't see an option in which I think will work for me, then I am not going to choose. I am going to pass. So therefore, if you want to vote and feel like that is your idea, you do your thing. I am not telling anybody not to vote. Me just I say, me and do it because of that reason. I do not have any good options. Option A, option B is trash to me. Point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story, at the end of the day, this was all taken out of context. Most importantly, the JLP, or even it was the PNP, has no sort of moral compass to criticize anybody, because they have done a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of thievery, specifically SSL, where it seems as if every time they talk, they put their foot in their mouth deeper and deeper. No sort of rational explanation, even if there was one. There's a whole bunch of videos out there with all sorts of JLP doing this and that from A to Z. So therefore, the two of them are the same. So therefore, whenever we see anything, we should just accept buffoonery as the norm, because that is exactly what politics is in Jamaica. Do not expect anything good. Always expect something that is conflicting, controversy, drama, and mix-up, and that the people like. It is called bad publicity. However, any sort of publicity is good, especially when you are the PNP or the JLP. No sorts of ethics, no sorts of morals. Nothing good can come out of either one of them. So if you expect this one to do that and that one to do that, expect the same. Two party, but the same sad song. Both of them are play. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if we cannot expect any source of truth from our own governments. We cannot expect the government to represent the people of Jamaica. It seems as if it is always about financial gain. It is always kissing up to the establishment, especially people with money, whether it is local or foreign. There's been a whole bunch of controversy in the news as it pertains to farm workers that leave from Jamaica, them go overseas, especially Canada. The government of Jamaica, I think Delroy Chuck including, and the foreign affairs people, they said that they were going to send some people, they were going to assess, analyze, and come back with a report of if what the people are saying is valid or not. They went over there for a couple of weeks, and when they came back, they came with a report, their result, their findings. Their findings said most of the persons found the pay acceptable. Most of the people found the working hours acceptable. Most of the persons found the living conditions acceptable. So therefore, whatever these people are complaining about, it makes absolutely no sorts of sense. Rumors them are spread like Gregory. However, people, you and I know that that was not the truth. Of lately, there is a coalition of migrant workers, farm workers in Canada, and they want to investigate through the United Nations. So therefore, they did their own report, they did their own scientific survey evaluation of the system, and they came back with a finding. They said that the government of Canada needs to do better. The government of places like Jamaica needs to do better, because they have all sorts of grounds in which their finding says that this is contemporary slavery situation in which these workers are working under. The workers are being exploited. The workers are being overworked and underpaid. So therefore they are being taken advantage of. There is no sorts of health care, insurance, there is no sorts of social care in which them have any sorts of problem, them can go and complain. As a matter of fact, if they complain, more than likely they are going to be deported, sent back home from whence they came. The finding also show that they are being physically and sexually violated. They are working under substandard condition, substandard pay, however, I work like a SLAVE. So therefore, they gave a warning that, listen, these people don't even have the basic amenities, meaning proper shower, meaning drinking water. They must say everybody by now supposed to know, say, listen, whatever report is put out there and say that this situation is okay. The people agree that everything is good. Everybody in the whole wide world, including Jamaica, should know that this is a lie. So people, I want you to take a listen, take a look to what the person that is in charge of the whole situation had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Migrant farm workers from Jamaica, as well as migrants and undocumented people and international students in Canada, are being paid, substandard and inhumane wages, are facing wage theft. They're living one on top of each other in boarding houses, sometimes not even with clean drinking water, facing human rights abuses, violations, and all of this is a breeding ground for exploitation, as the United Nations Special Rapporteur just said. So we are pleased that he has seen the truth. And I think that every person who really looks at this issue carefully knows that what is happening is unjust, unfair, illegal, and immoral. And we call again on the Canadian government, as well as governments around the world, to pay attention to what's happening here and to change the system to ensure justice and fairness for everyone.
So people, you heard the views of the government of Jamaica when they went on their fact-finding mission. They said they found everything to be suitable. No sorts of problem, no sorts of situation. Everything is A-OK. However, people, when we look at the mentality of our government, we realize that they are a sellout set of people. Whenever their pockets are being lined, they will say anything to follow that agenda. Agenda of corruption, agenda of everybody's in for their self. When we look at the history of the United Nations, see that they are for the betterment of the quality of life for everybody, especially those who are in desolate situation, as in these farm workers. These people have no reasons to lie. These people have no sorts of agenda other than the agenda of the truth, and make sure that the truth comes to light. So people like me say, you hear from the government of Jamaica and you hear from the people from the UN. So therefore, you within your common sense can assess and analyze what is truth, what is fact from fiction. People, it is sad. Point blank and period. Further on in the news. it is sad to say, but the fully dance culture is taking Jamaica by storm. Everybody wants to be fully dance. Nobody no want to be bright. And that is the agenda that is set forward by some of our dancehall artists, especially one known as Valiant, amongst others. Everybody talk about this fully dance. Now people, you and I know that it is back to school. And just before back to school, there was a picture making its round on social media. This is the picture in question right here. If you look at that bag, it says fully dance, or it says dance. Sorry, sound like me, fully dance. However, there are also some other bags, and they are saying fully bright. If you look at your screen, these are the bags. These bags came out in response to that bag, or those kind of bags. Now people, you and I know that it is not a good thing, especially when it comes to school. Now, I fully understand that in all schools, locally and internationally, you have people who are bright and you have people not so bright. Now I'm going to call it fully done, but if you want, you can call it that. So what the experts are saying, this is not a good sign for school, especially a learning institution. Even if you go in the fully dunce, you can come out a less fully dunce or less a fuller dunce. If there's such a word, let me know in the comment section. It is setting a bad precedent because then these artists make people know, say, listen, even though you call me fully dunce, me I make way more money than uno. And we see, say, the gunman and the criminals out there, they are saying the same thing. However, here's the facts. These dancehall artists, sometime they are here today and gone tomorrow. So I hope that they were fully bright in the decisions that they make in their investment. As it pertains to the gunmen, like me say, what is the sense to be rich today and then broke, lose your soul, lose your life, lose your freedom? So therefore, we have to be careful about the signal or the message that is being sent. That listen, even though I'm fully done, I have more money than the fully bright people. So therefore, we are winning right now as some set of losers. Now when you look at the two pictures, do you realize that in today's culture, today's generation, if you wear a fully bright bag, you probably get jeered on. If you have on a fully done bag, them will say, John, no star, the bag is bad. Whisper me can get one. Which one you think is going to be more popular, the fully duns or the fully brights? The fully duns, of course. However, here are the facts about the fully duns people. They are the type of people that more than likely are going to find themselves in some sorts of big yard or some sorts of GRAVE yard. At best, they are going to be asking you, what do you need at Mr. CHINS Wholesale? And I don't say that anything is wrong with that. As it pertains to the fully bright students, they are the ones that more than likely are going to be successful. They are going to be the ones that are running all of these corporations and people. I understand, especially a person like me. I am not a 9-to-5er, but me just say, it is better to be fully bright than be fully dunce. And then again, whenever you are fully bright and have success, successful people are being targeted. So therefore, damn if you do, damn if you don't. However, if you have a choice, choose the fully bright. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.